The vast majority of chemicals are compounds, and the vast majority of compounds exist as molecules. So how do we determine the molar mass of a molecule? Well, according to your textbook, the molar mass of a molecule is equal to the sum of the molar masses of all its constituent atoms. So let's look at what that means. To calculate the molar mass of a molecule, we need the chemical formula and we need a periodic table. So let's look at an example and calculate the molar mass of glucose. And here's its chemical formula, C6H12O6. So this formula tells us that in one molecule of glucose, there are 6 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms, and 6 oxygen atoms. However, in 1 mole of glucose, what that means is there are 6 moles of carbon, 12 moles of hydrogen, and 6 moles of oxygen. And we know what the mass of a mole of each of these elements are by looking at the periodic table. A mole of hydrogen is 1.008 grams per mole. A mole of carbon is 12.01 grams per mole, and that of oxygen is 16 grams per mole. So to calculate the molar mass of a molecule, we use the subscripts in the chemical formula to tell us how many moles of each element are in a mole of the molecule. So we have 6 for carbon, there are 6 moles in a mole of glucose, so 6 moles times 12.01 grams per mole gives us 72.06 grams of carbon in a mole of glucose. In a mole of glucose there are 12 moles of hydrogen, so 12 moles times 1.008 grams per mole gives me 12.096 grams of hydrogen in a mole of glucose. And in a mole of glucose I have 6 moles of oxygen, so 6 moles times 16 grams per mole gives me 96 grams of oxygen. So I sum these masses together to get the molar mass of glucose. Now, as I stated earlier, I like to use the equality version to express the molar mass. 1 mole of glucose is equal to 180.156 grams of glucose. However, you could just as easily express the molar mass as the molar mass of glucose is 180.156 grams per mole.